Hi guys, welcome back to KISE live stream. Thank you so much for joining or tuning in rather. We appreciate your presence, and please, as usual, don't forget to play with the comments section. Any opinions, anything, suggestions or questions that you want us to answer, or anything that you want to communicate to us, please make sure you do communicate in the comments section. So as you can see, I have people with me in the studio, our students of course, and we are going to be talking about drug abuse in general. So chronic use of drug abuse or substance abuse can cause both long and short-term effects. That is, examples are like insomnia, that is lack of sleep, problems in relationships, loss of appetite, weight loss, and so much more. So that is our focus today, where we are going to discuss the abuse of drugs, some of the effects, and also some of the ways that someone who is an addict or someone who is a victim of drug abuse can undergo to become a better person. Yeah, so karibuni, and please do enjoy. So we're going to start off by them introducing themselves, and then we'll just dig right into the conversation. So tutaanza hapo.
Okay. When you are online, when you are online, I salute you. I'm Steve Ojua, a student, Kenya Institute of Software, taking software engineering course.
Okay, asante, karibu sana.
Well, and for me, I'm Rollins Okemo. I'm a student here in KISE and software engineering student.
Okay, so yeah, karibuni sana. Be comfortable. And what we are going to discuss is just opinion based on our experience. So it's not coming from a professional or whatsoever. So yeah, what do you understand by the term drug abuse?
Okay, according to my knowledge, drug abuse is an excessive use of drugs in an accordance to its use.
Okay.
Yes.
So maybe you want to simplify that to our audience.
Okay, in simplification form, this is an excessive use of any drug. Maybe even there's a painkiller drug, but when you use it in a way which is not required, it will fall under the abusing of drug.
Okay.
About saying using drugs, altering
to alter
the body functions.
Yeah. In simple terms, like you say, that is true, but it's the use of drugs to alter the functioning of the body. If you are stressed and you want to relieve the stress, so instead of doing something which is, will help you, end up taking drugs or doing something that is going to affect you. So how do you think is the drug abuse situation in our country right now, from your own experience?
According to my research, drug abuse is increasing each and every day, and this is alerting the coming of young generation, because most of the users are the young generation. So it is raising day and day.
So, from your own experience, how do you think, compared to before, how do you think it is right now?
Okay, actually, the rate is actually increasing. When you see the youth, mostly of them use the drugs. Immediately I can say like the band, the students in university, they smoke, even cigarettes. Yeah, so it's actually increasing.
It's very alarming because nowadays you'll find drugs being sold even in the chemist. You know that for as low as 10 shillings, some are being sold in form of sweets. So that is really quite alarming. And again, before, you know, people used to come you were smoking bang, marijuana, and stuff like that on the individual. But nowadays, people are just doing it openly. So it is quite alarming. So yeah, and so from experience, I'm not saying you are users of drugs or whatever. But looking at our country, the people who are close to you, are there people kuna mtu you've ever encountered who has been a victim of these substances?
Yeah, many people. And for example, I'm sorry, yesterday I encountered one case where we are living. There's some student from one of the institutions. They were arrested using cannabis. So there's an issue. Is actually an alarming because you get a student being arrested because of having drugs, whereby you know like there is something which she or he is supposed to do. So according to what I encountered yesterday, because I was called as one of the young activists, you know, even how to handle the case actually was not easy because they were under the influence of it, and actually the police was also there. So actually I've encountered, helped some, but some I left it in the hands of the authority.
Okay. So how do you think the government is doing something to, you know, help such students or people?
The government has played its part. You know, in 2002, there was a body which was formed called Makada, and the body has really helped in reducing the rate of drug consumption and the misuse of the drugs. But now the problems come to the individual. You know, the government cannot control what is beyond them. Like now you find the student or we taking the alcohol or buying those drugs, then we hide in our premises. So even though the government is trying, we are also part of the scene, and that is now what bring it to be uncontrollable. Is now we, but the government is trying.
Okay. So what's your take on that? Do you think the government is doing something?
Yeah, majorly the government has also established rehabilitation centers that can help people to embark on not using the drugs, like the Madare teaching referral hospital.
Yeah. And have you ever encountered, I know it's quite hard to ask that, but it's all over. So have you ever had people who are using substances close to you, and how was it?
Yeah, like in our family, there is one of my neighbor who is an addict, uses bang, but after some time we sat down, we talked to him, and
it really changed without the help of you.
yes.
Oh wow, that is great because it takes a lot to, you know, change a person. It takes a lot. It's, we've been around such people, and you know how I've had a friend who was rehabilitated. We find that these people are really good, especially when it comes to masomo. They're really good, but because of using a substance. I don't know if it's one substance or if it's a combination of many that makes someone, go crazy or like not alter the functioning of the brain. So yeah, so what are some of the measures that you are doing to help the couple with the use of drug abuse?
Okay, the measures we have taken one. We have come as a group. We are giving ourselves a name this one. So we've come, made that group. We try to teach the young youth on the effects the drugs are causing. Especially we are measuring on the health effect because that is the most heated part of our body. So we've come together, we are nurturing them, we are teaching them on how they can do without those drugs.
Okay. And
Okay, I'm gonna say that the best is just to educate the people to stop using the drugs and to also teach them on the effects one might encounter while using the drugs.
And how old do you think that one should, start being educated about these drugs?
At any age, there is no limitation as long as
Do you think they should start being educated about drugs? Like in my case, we started when we were in high school. Or how high do you think it should be?
as long as someone who is 18 years old and above, I guess that is the best.
Okay, and saying that you've had friends or family or people around you who are abusers of these drugs, how were their, behaviors? Is it different from a normal person's behavior?
Before I say that, let me go back to the point you are trying to drive at the age.
Okay. Yeah.
If you go into the society, deep into the society, you will find a very young kid, a teenage, taking drugs, somebody in class 6 who still doesn't know the effect and the harmful the drug is causing, is taking it. So I think as now the community, we should eliminate everybody as much as he or she is in that crisis of being getting into that habit or the beast called drug. The community we are in is the one infected. So if the community is infected, it will affect its people. And if we neglect the teens, if we neglect the teens, they will assume that we are not seeing them. And the moment we assume them, and they know we are assuming them, the drug will start to be planted by them. And when they grow, it will be now hard to control. So we need to control, though everybody who has that knowledge and can have the understanding of the drug. Then the next question was about their behaviors. Now it will now depend. We have the long-term effects and the behaviors of the people. When you take, let us say, for example, an alcohol, it comes with its own behaviors. One, somebody will talk to himself. So you just wonder if somebody is speaking to himself or hallucinating and laughing. So actually, somebody was taking those drugs. They are somehow not on their mind. They are being controlled. And if now I can take it biblically, God told us to take control of the creatures, and we were given authority to domain even plants, not plants to domain us. So the effect, if you take that drug, actually it will dominate you, and the behavior will be somehow
Not
very bad.
Okay. And how do you think these behaviors are affecting the community?
The behaviors,
The
one.
society.
I can just say one point on that. The kind of behavior that you can get in the society, maybe like raping, yeah,
Some people turn into rapists, yes.
and even theft. Yeah.
Because you know at the end of the day, this person wants the drugs. So if he or she lacks the money,
Can go and do theft so that
Yeah.
you can get money to buy drugs to use them.
okay. So what's your take on the behavior?
Okay, on the behavior, some when they have taken the drug, they become violent. Some are even noisy. Like some people are not used to noisy places. So if you try to be noisy, you are driving some terror in them. So I think those people are messy in simplified terminology.
Okay. We are going to take a short break and then we'll continue.